Hi everyone, this is Dhamodhar. I'm your instructor for Generative AI. This is being provided by VLR Training, and this is the contact number, this India-based number. The same number is available through WhatsApp too, so you can contact them for any queries. The whole course is going to be in Python and libraries or frameworks that are being created in Python. So before we get into Generative AI, we'll discuss what is an AI, artificial intelligence. Take an example. Robo is an example for artificial intelligence. It's an artificial intelligence product. The same way, web application like Amtrak with a chatbot in it is a product of AI, right? So this machine learning model or deep learning model acts like a brain, like the brain in Robo or humanoid, or the model that is under the hood in chatbot. Whereas the artificial intelligence is a whole ecosystem. Take another example, Tesla car, right? It takes input from its sensors and it feeds to the model, deep learning model, and it provides the instruction. By getting the instruction from the model does not make the whole car to act accordingly, right? That ecosystem need to build to follow these instructions. Tesla car is an AI product, whereas the model, which acts like a brain that provides instructions to the car. So we're going to focus more on these models in building models, not just building models. We will see how to embed these models in web applications or even provide it in the form of API. Now we will move to generative AI. Generative AI is a subfield in AI that is solely focused on generating content like text, code, audio, video, images, etc. Let me show you an example. Here we have given a prompt to the LLM model, what is generative AI, and it has generated the whole content. This is one of the examples for text generation. In the same way, when we provide a document, right, a huge corpus of data, a text data, it's going to summarize into few words. You can see this is the output and this is the input. This is one of the examples for summarizing text. This is another example in generative AI, wherein when we provide a prompt like generate Flask API for machine learning model, it is going to generate the code. Another example like generating images. When we provide a prompt, it is going to generate an image like this. And it is another example wherein it generates the video by providing a simple text prompt. This is an example from 11 Labs, wherein we have provided text here, and it has been converted to speech. 11 Labs is one of the leading providers for text-to-speech or speech-to-text AI-based services. And I'm going to show you a few libraries or the frameworks that we are going to use in this Python, which is a programming language, NumPy and Pandas for data analysis, data cleaning, and data pre-processing, Matplotlib and Seaborn for visualization, mathematics and statistics, which is a prerequisite to understand the concepts in AI, and machine learning algorithms and deep learning neural networks we're going to see a lot in this course. PyTorch and TensorFlow are two frameworks that help us in building deep neural networks. And Git, of course, for version control. LangChain is a framework that helps us to build generative AI-based applications. LangGraph is also another framework to build generative AI-based applications. GitHub is again for part of version control. Fias, Chroma are vector databases to store these vectors. And Docker is like for containerization. So we will see Azure AI Foundry, Amazon Bedrock, and Vertex AI also to build generative AI-based applications in cloud. And we will see Azure Kubernetes Service, Amazon EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Services, DynamoDB, Cosmos DB, Azure Cosmos DB, and Azure Container Registry, and the Elastic Container Registry. When it comes to tools or platforms that we use in this course, Hugging Face is one of the most popular platforms wherein they provide open source models. And Olama is a very good alternative to Hugging Face. So there's also another platform wherein we are going to use it widely to get access to open source models. So LM Studio, which is a free desktop UI based application, wherein we can plug in the model and play with it. Another alternative for LM Studio, especially for Olama models, is MSTY. So this is the user interface of MSTY. This is again a desktop-based application. So this is another desktop UI, GPT for all, wherein we can plug in the models and play with it. So Bolt.diy, which is another generative AI tool that is especially being used to build web applications. This Aider is another terminal-based tool wherein it helps us to generate content or even the code, and it will also allow us to manipulate the files, like creating, updating, deleting files. Continue is an extension that is available in Visual Code, very much similar to Aider, but it is an extension in Visual Code where it will help us to manipulate files, to generate content, or modify files to generate code, etc. And we were going to see a lot of projects in this course. Here is the list of the projects that we're going to see in this course, like text generation, text classification, film mask, geoshot classification, translation in the sense from one language to another language, we can translate it. Multi-document reader is another project that we're going to see in this course that is especially to query private documents along with what LM already provides to us. Block content generator that generates content for blogs, and newsreader, especially for social media, it's going to read the news and it is going to give summarized information of it. Text to image generate is another project wherein when we provide text to it, it is going to generate the image. And similar to that, we have another project wherein when we provide image to it, it's going to generate text. And we have few projects on cloud like AWS Azure that includes Bedrock, Foundry, AKS, ASCR, AKS, ECR. There are some 2 to 3 projects on GCP also will be included in this course. I have given few screenshots of these projects. This is the screenshot of one of the projects wherein I will provide you end-to-end code right from fine-tuning on customized data, quantization, and testing those models and wrap it in the form of API and Dockerizing it and deploying it in cloud. So we have various scenarios here like geoshot classification, translation, text generation, test classification, summarization, sentence similarity, question answer, and fill mask. Here is another screenshot wherein it shows the commands that we need to execute to create Docker image and to run the container. And the last command that we have it here, Python test.py, wherein I have given the code to test these containers. So you don't require Postman to test these APIs. I have included all that in test.py itself, both for single row input and for batch input. And this is one of the screenshots that I have taken while building the Docker image for FlashMask. This is another screenshot that I have taken while testing the API. This is for single row and this is for batch input. You can see there are multiple outputs here, right? Depends on how many inputs we provide, we'll get the output accordingly. There's another screenshot of a project wherein we provide image to it and it's going to explain what is in that image. This is a project wherein we provide documents, private documents, and it will help us in querying against this document. And this is another project for social media news summarizer. And this is a screenshot that I have taken while testing and deploying it in Azure. Azure Kubernetes service. This is another screenshot that I have taken for AWS project while deploying it in cloud, AWS cloud, in Kubernetes service, that is Elastic Kubernetes Service, EKS. This is a screenshot of Bedrock project, AWS Bedrock project. This is a screenshot again I have taken while demonstrating Azure Foundry project. The overall course is going to be around 3 months. Monday to Friday, 1 hour per day, 1 to 1.5 hour. And when it comes to weekends, we'll have max 3 to 4 sessions in these 3 months of the course. And if you need more information on generative AI, please visit vlrtraining.com. VLR Training, just search it in Google. Don't click on vlrtraining.in. Instead, you need to click on vlrtraining.com. Click on that. Here you have this generative AI card. Click on that. For contact number, as I said before, this is an India-based number. And for WhatsApp, just you need to click on this. That will take you to WhatsApp UI. And for course content, you need to click on this. There are no prerequisites to take up this course, except that if you know any programming language, it can be C, C++, Java, not to be Python. Python anyway, it's going to be taught in this course. But if you have some programming background, that is good to take up this course. That's it from my end. Thanks for watching.